Welcome back to ESL Pro League. It's about to be map 2. We have some aggressive producers here.
We do, but you know, it's tough love, Jason.
Tough love?
It's tough love.
All right.
We do things a little differently around here.
I don't feel a lot of love.
I love you, Jason.
That's too much. Yeah, map 2 is going to be coming up next. We just saw actually OpTic stomp EchoFox on Dust 2, which is pretty crazy to think about after we saw EchoFox just play it last night. But maybe they played Cloud9 twice last night, so maybe OpTic just said, we know everything they're going to do, everything they possibly can do. So maybe that's the reason. Now we're going to have a fresh map. It's going to be Train for the second map between these two teams, a map which I think OpTic is, it's got to be one of their, I think it's one of their stronger maps, actually.
I'm excited for this match. Because my team has been practicing this match all week. So
your team as in CLG Red, the coach?
Yes, yeah. CLG Red. We've been
so
practicing.
You've been studying Train for some
studying Train, been learning moves, you know, some tips and tricks and smokes and, you know, executes and stuff like that. And I think this map's going to come down to is who can stop that outside wall of smokes better. Because I think every team has that wall of smokes where they toss like 3-4 smokes around bomb train, 5 lane, and there's flashing over and Molotov everything. And I mean, if you can stop that, I think it stops a lot of offense for at least the other team.
Yeah, well, and certainly they're going to have to be able to stop Mixwell and Tarek because they were monsters on Dust 2, and here as well, if we're going to be seeing, you know, some of the opping that those guys were doing, just some of the opening kills they were getting on Dust 2, that's going to be a big deal as well. So, I mean, a lot of tools now for OpTic to use from your research, from all your studies, all the YouTube videos you've watched, whatever it might be.
Yeah, I watched some.
I mean, outside of the wall of smokes, what is it on defense that can be the most effective? Do you like the double op setup? Do you like the ops more passive in the back? Do you like the rifles being close up to the choke points?
I mean, I used to like the 2-op setup, but I think in this map, I prefer the 1-op. Just have the 1-opper be in random spots, like either tower or CT heaven, top of that 6-lane area, kind of like backside. And I think it's a lot of it's gonna come down to just able to counter flashing at the right times, because you see all the smokes, see the nades and everything, and just having well placed flashes and then peeking after you flash and getting those kills is pretty big as counter terrorist.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, we can look forward to watching CLG Red matches this week on ESCA as they're going to be dominant on this map. What day is your guys' match?
We play tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
At 6 or 5:30.
Cool.
I don't think it is.
You going to win?
I mean, we play to win, Jason.
Well, I know you play to win. Are you actually going to win?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just heard it from the man himself. It's a guarantee, obviously.
Guaranteed.
We are just waiting on one player to join the server. I believe it is Mixwell. Who is not here at the moment. But as soon as he gets in, we will be going live, and then we'll get the second match underway. Yeah, so, I mean, this is a map actually that OpTic actually has a pretty good history on. This is the map that they qualified for the first season of E-League on when they went to the road to Vegas in January of this year. They beat one of those Polish teams. I want to say it was the Go Lounge team that they beat to make it an E-League. So, I mean, they've played this map, and they've always been pretty strong on it, all things considered. After that, it became like one of their favorite maps. I remember talking to them after that victory to qualify, and they said, we've never even looked at Train before, so they don't know how they really won. But obviously, after that, spent a little bit more time on it. Yeah, I know. That's the best feeling ever, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it's like, we never practice it, but we'll win and qualify for it because of that. Yeah. That's nice.
Well, the big thing then comes into play as well for the EchoFox side. We didn't get to see too much on Dust 2, but like, I mean, this is a tactical map, so I mean, this is where you'd expect Sean to have some impact, and then also the worry for EchoFox is Shazam being so quiet on Dust 2. Now he's on a map where that op has got to be equally as effective as Dust 2 requires it to be, and do you think he's going to be able to stick up? How do you recover from a first map like that when you're in a series and you're playing 2 maps in a row and you have a terrible first map? I know you got to mentally reset, you got to forget about it, but like, what is the key to being able to do that?
So one of the keys for that is say that you play a certain way and the other team kind of just shuts you down. Don't play. Don't kind of like be passive about it the next map, because maybe it happens last map, might not happen this map. So you got to keep playing your game, stay focused, just keep playing your game. Like you got here for a reason. You're on a pro team for a reason. Like, you're a good player.
So you baby him.
You got to baby him a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be like, it's going to be okay, Shazam. It's going to be okay. It's going to be rubbing his head.
Are you petting Shazam right now?
I'm petting Shazam. I'm rubbing. It's like, it's going to be okay. It's just last map. Let's just move on. Here's an ult. Here you go. There you go. Please, just shoot people for me. That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do. You have
teammates will flash for him and smoke for him.
pet
Don't pull out
Shazam
nades.
given up.
Don't pull out nades, Shazam. Just op and turn around and op. You know, just be a turret out there. It's my turret move.
Yeah, I have gotten word that we should be live pretty soon. God help us if we're not. But yeah, I mean, this is going to have to be a tough recovery or a big recovery for Shazam. To come back in this, I thought actually, I mean, all things considered, I know the scoreline was a little weak. I thought Freakazoid had a pretty good game doing some of the entry duty that he was on. And really, that could have been much closer had they not kind of dropped the ball in that second to last round of the first half. If they were able to get that to 7 to 8, like it looked like they were going to do, they were in perfect position for it. If they hadn't dropped the ball there, I think that could have been a much different game. But you could see the map fly through coming up at his train. 2-0 on the season for EchoFox bodes well. 1-1 for OpTic Gaming. See who comes out on top here. And also remember, it was OpTic taking both pistol rounds in the first map.
Yes, and there is no kit on EchoFox, so they do not want to stall if the bomb gets planted. Roka, Freakazoid. EchoFox has 4 people pushing inside, so they're going to completely cut off a whole side of the bomb site, and they're going to run into an OpTic wall.
Yeah, well, nice wordplay there. Roka gets into the fight, but they keep it up. Freakazoid's the next one. He gets a second kill. That's beautiful, but Roka and him eventually fall. There's still so many bodies here. OpTic isn't going to be prepared for this. Rix misses his shots, though, and I don't know if they even heard that. Although, I mean, they're definitely surprised to see Shazam there. And now Tarek's got to be wondering, how is there another player here? And just so many bodies thrown at this by EchoFox. They really, I mean, Freakazoid and Roka with that aggression really baited OpTic into, once they shut that down, into committing to that inner sight. And it's an easy cleanup. So EchoFox, they start things off strong. They get their first pistol round of the evening.
Yeah, you see a lot of teams love to hit that inside on pistol, and EchoFox was like, no, we're not going to allow you to have that. We're just going to stack 4 people, push inside, and just start killing all you guys before you even reach the bomb site. So nice play by EchoFox, nice
Yeah,
strat.
who needs a kit when they can't even get down the ramp?
It looks like OpTic, though, they're like, you can't do this twice, right? And so they're going to just rush down. And Roka missing the Molotov, but luckily they did not come down lower. Notfly just rushing down middle, getting a headshot. And it looked to get the bomb down.
Yeah, and actually everyone from EchoFox is so far back, so this plant is going to be completed, and that's huge for not investing in very much utility, no armor as well. That plant's massive, so we could be seeing a buy in the next round for OpTic since they didn't really invest anything into this one.
Roka, he smells the eco, so he'd be aggressive on that. You know, those kind of people that's like, oh, eco round, let me just rush you and kill you.
Don't mind it so much in that kind of a situation because he's got the SMG.
That's
Go
true.
for that extra 600. Get that bonus money.
Get the money.
Get that money.
Mr. Moneybags.
Well, here comes those AKs. Not going to be able to afford an AWP quite yet, obviously. And even Naf, I mean, look at the sacrifice he makes. Goes for the Deagle so that he can get the extra utility. Because he only had about 28 or 3,800, so if he goes for the armor and AK, he can't afford smoke, can't afford flashes. So, team player. I know you like those.
Team players, but the thing with EchoFox is that they had to rebuy Ops and Colts and stuff like that. And so now they're low on money, even after winning 2-0. And so they have to win this round or they're going to be money.
Oh, that's a bad start. Freakazoid goes down. That was one of the SMGs, so there's still a lot of firepower on this EchoFox side. OpTic, they've left the bomb back at T-spawn as well. We'll have to see if that bites them. It might not matter if the kills keep going the way. Rix with the P90 finds one before being traded off. Shazam still has the op, and here's the M4 of Sean right outside Ivy. He's blinded, and Rush gets the angle on him, wins that duel. That's huge. OpTic realizes it as well. 2 players have gone back to pick up the bomb, and actually Stan just keeps running around it. So he does eventually find it in the little corner. And now he's going to have to bring it outside, so they just have to hold on to this site. It's a 2-on-3, and fortunately Stan just hits a stunner right onto Roka.
It's a nice headshot by Stan. Roka getting caught off guard. Looks like Shazam's trying to speak through, but Rush has an angle on him. Does not get the kill. And nice try by Echo, but even a better round by OpTic. Just smoking and just sneaking out there like little snakes.
Yeah, I mean, that first kill onto Freakazoid, that's what kind of allows him to swing wide and really start progressing. And then when you look at the second player, I mean, Freakazoid had an SMG, Rix had an a P90 on the bomb train. When you look at that follow-up weaponry after Freakazoid dies, there really wasn't anything out there to slow them down or to pick them off as they got to the site. So big win for OpTic, and they force an early reset. It's not super punishing quite yet.
It's unfortunate, though. It's unfortunate. You always want to win that first gun round, especially after you lose the map. The first map's so bad. You don't want OpTic to gain that momentum again, but it looks like OpTic.
This is actually a cool idea from EchoFox at the moment. If you look at the mini-map, all 5 players outside. Sean has a nade and Freakazoid has a flashbang, so they're waiting. They're all hiding, grouped up around this bomb train. And if anyone is spotted, that flashbang is going to be thrown where they think it's best, and everyone will peek with it. And then even Sean, very far back with the HE nade, has a chance to try and clean someone up. See if it works, because they are pushing out onto this site. The flashbang has not come out yet. Freakazoid still has it. And none of the utility is used before the 3 players at Bomb Train worked out, so it actually did not look that cool.
No, it is. On hindsight, I mean, it's not that good, but it was a cool theory.
You like the idea. You like the attempt.
I would prefer not on Bomb Train, because that's like the most common Molotov spot, I think, on the map. Maybe more like, I don't know, E-Box hold or something like that. So once they come out, they kind of force OpTic into a little small choke point when they hop out middle.
I think the biggest issue with that was if the terrorists had swung to E-Box, that's where they're kind of in the open, susceptible to flashbang, and that's when you can have multiple players swing on them. But when they wrap around the bomb site on top of the trains and everything like that, it's so tough to find the angle with just the pistols and with just one flashbang. So maybe that was the issue. Either way, it looks like they're trying something similar here. They don't have a flashbang. It's still 3 players on bomb train, 1 in a connector, 1 at E-Box.
EchoFox, don't take them to Vegas, because they put everything on black twice, and they're going to lose everything on black twice.
Well, 50-50, right?
50-50, and they're 0% right now. So, yeah, EchoFox, OpTic's literally about to just walk inside. They're throwing their smokes and flashes. And so far, they're not going to find anyone, because EchoFox is not rotating. They probably have an idea that they're inside by now, with no movement, no noise outside. And with the bomb planted, they know for sure.
Yeah, you would expect, I mean, Rix has light armor, so that's an easy upgrade as long as he doesn't get damaged, so he's not going to want to go for anything. I think the rest of EchoFox is going to just kind of line up for some kind of exits, but instead of falling back from where they came, OpTic is actually pushing forward to CT spawn, so they're actually going to entirely circumvent any ideas that OpTic had. There is actually 1 player, Naf, who's still very far back by the bomb. He's a little bit isolated, but no one's there to punish it, so looks like everyone's going to get away with their life in this round.
Yeah, OpTic playing this smart, all rotating in the same area, not losing any guns or armor, and EchoFox expecting at least a couple people to come towards
You love to
brown
see
walls.
it. You love to see it.
I mean, it's teamwork. It's great teamwork with OpTic. OpTic is just playing at a whole nother level, especially against EchoFox. They're just outplaying them every round almost. It seems like they're just outplaying them. We do see the op on Mixwell.
Well, an op and again an op on the EchoFox side on Shazam. Didn't go too well the first gun round. Now we'll have to see what OpTic comes up with. The first gun round they had was a pretty aggressive hit towards the outer bomb site. Wasn't exactly a rush, but I think pretty early in the round. Now they're basically all lined up. This is a bit of a default at the moment. A lot of players towards inner where Roka is aggressive, and this could catch some people off guard. Although that's a nade, not a flashbang. If that was a pop flash and they time it with the peak, then Roka would be in some trouble. He's even got a nade in his hand. That Molotov is going to force Naf out into the open. He's not ready for that position, and what the Molotov does is cut off anyone from trading that kill. So actually pretty cool by Roka. Pretty good pick off from him, and safely able to fall away.
A nice little boost right there. I like it by Roka. You know, that next level boost. I haven't seen that too often, to be honest. And OpTic, though, they're down 1 person. Shazam goes by that Z Hall. If they toss the smoke, Shazam's going to have a hard time hitting shots, and Roka's going to be cut off from his team. Molotov is smoking right now.
Yeah, they don't even throw a smoke. They just get down with the flashbang. So that's nice. But look at the movement from Roka. He's already gotten in the middle of the train and rush. Oh, what a flick over. What a reaction. That's huge. He almost falls. He's down to 4. What that does do is prevent him from being any more aggressive than it looked like he wanted to. And OpTic, they've got to get back away from these trains. So Stanislaw and Mixwell are going to go up the ramp and try and survive. It's going to be Tarek, and it's going to be Rush still at the site. Rush, like we said, with low HP, but that's a nice headshot. HP won't matter, and he gets another one. Incredible round from Rush, and he's won it for OpTic. Even Mixwell with the angle from range, and now Sean can't get away. And OpTic, they're going to win another one here as Mixwell just falls, but not to his detriment. Sean's still in the open. There's Mixwell. That's the op at least out of play. I'm not sure if OpTic's going to be able to recover that. But what a good round from Rush.
Wow, those are 2 nice shots, especially with low HP. I'm surprised EchoFox didn't counter utility them. I mean, we saw 2 flashbangs on Sean. Those would have been nice. And look, they have 4 flashbangs. And I think Shazam tosses just one before dying, and it's like, you have to toss flashes and some smokes maybe if you want to retake a bomb site.
Oh, that was so nice from Rush. That reaction at the middle of the train might have saved the round for him because he builds off of it as well. Now it's fast-paced. Now it's change up the speed. You're going to punish EchoFox outside again. All of EchoFox on these rounds is just huddling around bomb trains. So they're trying to make this work, but it's not even coming close. They haven't killed anyone. And Rush is watching this flank. He can sense it, and Roka just falls.
Smell the beard oil.
The beard oil is
the
back.
beard oil. Got the Roka with a nice, clean, shaved beard. It's cut. Like
I'm starting to worry about you and Roka's beard.
I mean, just look at it, man. Maybe you'll be entranced like I am. EchoFox, they are bringing double up now. They said enough games. We're winning more rounds on CT side. They're stacking 4 people outside. Looks like OpTic is going to go for that rush. No pun intended.
Well, Shazam goes for a peek inside the fire, and there's Rush again. The entry on a Sean. That's brutal. And now Stan, he's going to find a new angle. Shazam finding one. He's brought his team, he's evened things out into a 4-on-4, but they can't stop anything at this bomb site. They're basically giving it up. Naf and Stanislaw are watching a similar angle, but Shazam finds one. Freakazoid finds the right timing for that as well. And now OpTic has on their back foot. It's a 2-on-4, and Rix, he seals the deal. Rush has got the first kill of the round, and he's the only one left. He's gonna, yeah, they've got a kit though, so that's not gonna really do anything, and he's gonna go for this, but I'm not sure he, yeah, there's what a round from Shazam as well, being patient around all those smokes, relocating, finding a couple kills. So the double op setup works eventually, and that's a 3rd round for EchoFox.
Yeah, I wonder if that was a miscommunication by OpTic Gaming, because we had one of the EchoFox people just sneak over on the bomb train and kill, I think, 2 people in that situation.
It just felt like the timing of that retake was so perfect for EchoFox, almost unintentionally, where like they were just delayed a little bit when they wanted to do it, but everyone from OpTic was paying attention to all these angles. And then as soon as they all look away and try and find a better spot to play the post plant from, that's when EchoFox goes for that retake. So maybe a little bit unfortunate on the timing, but yeah, maybe just dropping focus as well. So a 3rd round for EchoFox, but now they've got to string them together. There's still a lot of money built up on this OpTic side, and it looks like they're going to go right back to a little bit more of the center control. Rush is going to be here with Stanislaw. They want to take over box halls. They want to gain control of this. It is Sean and Roka there with an M4 and an AWP respectively to guard against this. And Freakazoid gets the opening kill. He gets a 2nd one as well. They try and trade that off, try and punish him, but Mixwell can't convert it. So 2 kills for Freakazoid, and even a 3rd now for Roka. Stan just walks right into the crosshair.
Yeah, now it's a 2-on-5, and OpTic has a lot to do if they want to win this round. Roka, Sean Garrett's cleaning it up, and it looks like a little EchoFox has found their momentum, their little
Found a little
swing.
bit of stride, yeah, and not too late as well. It hasn't gotten completely out of control, so they're 1 round away from evening things up, and on top of that, I mean, there's still a lot of money on the OpTic side to burn through. If they can eventually reset the economy of this OpTic side, it's going to be tough, because OpTic's like they're buying through the losing bonus building up, so they might not, I mean, if they keep getting plants, and if they get plants in some of these rounds as they get to a 4 or 5 round losing bonus, they're going to be able to buy basically every single time, so EchoFox has got to be a little bit careful. There's going to be a lot of gun rounds they have to play through to get this lead.
Yeah, and OpTic playing kind of smart right now. They know that Freakazoid pushes E-Box, and so they're abusing that right now. Rush taking out Freakazoid. Now they have the wall of smokes outside. They can push, they can work the angles. Sean's kind of alone in the spot. Yeah, almost managed to kill one.
Yeah, but they're not pressuring anything of this defense. They get the bomb plant, but there's still so many players from EchoFox alive, and they're swarming this defensive, trying to hold off the retake. This is beautiful by EchoFox. Nice recovery from Tarek, and wildly sprays just to defend himself. Doesn't know where he's going to get attacked from next. And he does spot Rix, but it's too late. So again, EchoFox with a well-timed retake on this outer bomb site. OpTic seems to have so much success getting to the train, but it's from there. EchoFox is just staying alive right outside the edge of the smoke, right outside the bomb site. And then they all pounce together. So really good job on the retakes from EchoFox these past couple rounds.
Yeah, nice job. I would like to see more Molotovs towards that bomb train area or the camera area. Kind of just sitting back and, okay, we're letting OpTic toss their smokes, toss their flashes. And yes, they are getting to the bomb train, but after that, like, there's no fight from OpTic. They're just getting mowed down by EchoFox.
Well, another opportunity for OpTic. Mixwell with the AWP, and he's going to have an opportunity here. He's going to have a chance, and he does. He wins it. Roka peeks into that. Takes him down. So a 5-on-4, an early advantage for OpTic, and that's one way to alleviate some of the pressure after you've lost multiple rounds. And he's going to maintain his aggression, but right into a Molotov. So that forces him back. Nice delay from Sean.
Oh, Shazam's over-rotating too fast. Now he spots a smoke, and he's just leaving outside. And in that time, OpTic are going to start pushing 2 people out Ivy right now.
Yeah, this looks beautiful for OpTic, but they've got a small window before EchoFox realizes they've over-rotated and they've lost control. So Rix is going to be out here basically all alone. He's got to be very careful. Shazam has gotten back, but what can he do? He gets a pick long range. Good start. They haven't blocked him off, and Rix turns around at the wrong moment. He's got to be so frustrated with that. He was safe. Shazam watching for this peek out towards ladder. Is Mixwell going to oblige him? Not quite yet. So smart play, patient play for Mixwell. And now they've got a 4-on-3 post plant, and this is one they can't lose. The retakes have been stellar from EchoFox, but I'm not sure they have any advantages to even find in this one. Still so far away, but Rush over peaks, and now it's Naf. He's the next one up. Sean reacts in time, but can't land the shot. And now there's 2 prongs to this retake defense. One towards Ivy, one towards ladder room. It's going to be a crossfire setup, and Shazam can't land that shot. This might be all over. They're going to push forward. That flashbang blinds Naf entirely. Good find, and now Mixwell. He's got to just pick off one because there's no time, and there it is. Freakazoid, he can't even get to the bomb in time to defuse it, so he's got to bail out. And Mixwell saves OpTic in this round.
It was so close. If we talked to that Molotov just a second sooner, may have had a chance. It was so close by EchoFox on their retake. Nice teamwork from Freakazoid and Shazam, hitting their shots, getting kills. But OpTic with a nice timing. That was a nice timing where they just walked out alley when Shazam rotated too early, and it was just good work.
I mean, you know he over-rotates when he comes back and he gets a kill, and it still isn't enough to get them back into the round. So, I mean, yeah, they hit hard on that inner presence from OpTic. So, really nice job pressuring from them and falling back and just readjusting the angle of their attack.
It looks like OpTic, though. They're above ladder and maybe going to toss some smokes outside, but end up hitting lower. But Rix and Freakazoid, they push their team middle. So if they toss the smokes, they're going to have good positioning, at least knowing it's a fake.
Good spam as well. Rix brought down to half HP. But yeah, they have the intel now. This is not an interhit despite the smoke, but Rush wins that battle anyways. He's been winning it multiple times. It feels like he's just had the advantage. Nice kill from Shazam. Bomb still not in the site quite yet, so an opportunity for Shazam to get one more kill before it goes down. And he's going to peek with his flashbang, but the smoke obscures his vision. He can see no one. He's going to transition to upper ramp, but at least now they're starting to make this happen. What a shot, what a recovery. He was getting tagged up by bullets. Shazam, a great performance before he gets taken out by Stan, but still a 3-on-3. Now there are 2 Molotovs left. Here comes one for the bomb. No smokes on the EchoFox side. The flank comes in. They know that both players are there, but the Molotovs counter each other out. Naf's got one more. That's going to delay the defuse even longer. Freakazoid's got the kit, so he can't die up there. And this is not looking likely for EchoFox. Mixwell's going to peek, but Sean takes him out. But the Molotov burns him alive, and Naf wins it. A 1-on-2, and again, OpTic come out on top.
Close round for EchoFox. They were so close to almost retaking that. But OpTic, with those 2 Molotovs, were huge installing from that defuse, or at least attempting to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, I mean, the Molotovs can basically cancel each other because OpTic can't go past that to peak. So they just, but the Molotov they throw on the bomb works. And this, the second Molotov from Naf is what was just unexpected. So much utility there at the end. And EchoFox again. Now it's a little bit desperate. I mean, it's not a bad buy by any means. They have 3 M4s. Freakazoid aggressive. He's got a big job to do. And actually, it looked like they might be thinking this was going to be a save out of EchoFox, but fast pace, and it's getting shut down very quickly. Stan is the only one left about 20 seconds, 15 seconds into the round, so it's a bit tough, and that should be an easy kill for Sean, and it is.
Yeah, that was a rush call at the wrong time. I mean, you can't be perfect. You can't really know.
Well, Naf has an SMG, so I mean, it feels like he was like, yeah, they're not going to have armor. This should be a save, so yeah, maybe a little bit of a misread from the economy from OpTic.
Yeah, taking it slow.
Oh, look at the punish as well. Now they're forced onto what is essentially a very weak force buy. 1 AK, 2 Tech 9s, a UMP.
Yeah, they don't have much. They have a couple smokes. They have 3 smokes right now still, and a bunch of flashes. Looks like they're going to throw some flashes and smokes outside. Looks like they're going to gear on into this inner rush, but they do have Roka and Shazam holding that inside. So it's going to be up to Roka. He's going to have to slow them down and get as many kills as possible for his team to come and help rotate.
these Tech-9s have got to be highly aggressive. Same with the UMP. It's the AK who needs to stay back at range, and actually they spend a lot of time in the Molotov, unfortunately. Roka's on top of the train. He's going to stop the plant, and he's going to convert onto Tarek as well. And he's allowed to do this, and Lin. No one's come out of upper yet. Those two upper players, Naf and Stan, were far too scared, and Roka went unpunished for far too long. And that's going to be a 7th round for EchoFox. And because of that force buy, that was all the money that OpTic had. So again, they're just going to be stuck on a force buy that's going to be mostly pistols one more time. And Roka just even looked confused there when he peeks up at that smoke and sees no one storming out.
I wonder if that was his smoke or the a bad smoke by OpTic on the top ramp, because they probably use that, because sometimes people toss that smoke top ramp and kind of like lurk out a little bit. It could be like almost as a one-way to a certain extent. But whoever smoked that was nice, I guess, for EchoFox.
Well, Sean spots a lot of presence out towards Ivy, and again, the smoke is going to hold him off. Actually, now they just decided to rush right through it. Mixwell, that's a good kill on Sean. He's completely blind. One more kill for Freakazoid before being traded off through the smoke, and actually Rix is being searched out right now by OpTic. He's getting attacked through the smoke. That distracts him long enough. Shazam's got to recover. He's in the bomb train, and here's Roke on the flank. Comes in at the opportune moment to get one easy kill, alleviate some of the pressure on Shazam in this 2-on-2, and Roka gets one more, even survives further. Naf only has a deagle, has not been able to salvage a rifle quite yet. He's going to smoke off to the right. This gives him an avenue to go around towards CT spawn, but he's not prepared for Shazam to be there. So EchoFox recovered to an 8-7 half. It was looking a little bit rough, but a couple force buys there at the end for OpTic just don't work out. And again, EchoFox, they recover nicely. So we'll see if they can win out and go 1-1 on the evening when we return after this break.
He's gonna get the one kill in that bomb. Coming onto the side. FNX has to stay up. Oh, he gets the triple FNX. Oh my god, what a way to win that round. They don't have a smoke, so this orb is still.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, TheScoreEsports.com, Mountain Dew, and ESEA.
Welcome back to ESL Pro League for the second half of EchoFox versus OpTic. Another good half from OpTic. 7 rounds on the T side of train. Nothing to laugh at. Good first start. Yeah,
pretty good.
It's really good for the train.
They started off strong, and again, EchoFox always seems to be starting slow and then coming back.
Yeah, they do. They do seem to have that tendency. I mean, they had it last night against Cloud9. They had it in both maps tonight. So a little interesting.
Why do you think that is? Like, why? How come they're doing that, you think?
I don't know. I don't know why they're slow starters, but I mean, I know they if they can finish well, I mean, which they do. It is a little bit of a bummer they start so slow because obviously, Sean, one of the more well-respected in-game leaders in North America, is very good at making the necessary adjustments at some point during the half to have them come back. But if they didn't have to do that whatsoever, this could definitely be a very scary team in the future. So yeah, a little bit of a bummer for them, but they do end up with 8 rounds on the CT side, which is good, all things considered. But now they're going to be tested for sure, because this is where OpTic, you know, the ops that they can wield. They have Tarek, they have Naf, they have Mixwell, all who like to op. I thought Rush was very good on the entries on the T side, so there's a lot of strong players on this OpTic side that EchoFox is going to have to figure out.
Yes. EchoFox on a T. The match is starting, so we'll see what kind of pistol they have to come back here on this side.
What are we thinking of Shazam Watch on this second map?
Shazam Watch, like where he's gonna be watching?
Well, we know he had a rough game on the Dust 2. How's he doing on train, do you think?
He's doing a lot better. He's hitting the shots at least, and that's always a plus when you start hitting your op shots. And he had a lot of key kills on the retakes. You know, he's getting like 2-3 kills almost every time they won a round. So he's definitely the big impact player for OpTic. It looks like EchoFox, they're gonna do almost exactly what OpTic did, and is gonna take this lower ramp pretty fast.
Yeah, and a completely different defensive setup. Everyone's very far back at inner. Stanizov with this battle, he loses that eventually to just a tapping block. Freakazoid's still going to push up, and actually look at Shazam. He gets taken out by Nav, but there's so much pressure put on this retake. Rix gets 2, Freakazoid with 1 more, that seals it. Tarek's the only one left, low HP, and Rix has a triple kill on the round, so maintaining aggression, EchoFox just pushes all the way up.
Freakazoid firing so many Glock bullets that round. I think he fired like 60 bullets almost. He's just shooting, reload, shooting, and he does so much damage to the other team. Nice take by EchoFox. They really need that pistol round. Winning their...
They've won both now in this half.
Hey,
or in this map.
That's a plus.
Well, it's a little rough when you won both pistol rounds. You're only up by 2 rounds. That's got to be a little bit of a kick in the gut. Still a long way to go for them, especially considering they're on the T side. Look at this anti-eco. The MAC-10 is just going to rush forward from Roka. He's building up some money. The scout at range. There's some pistols down by Ivy. But really, there's not a whole lot of damage being dealt to the EchoFox side by OpTic. So EchoFox is going to have their 10th. It's a nice deagle kill by Rush, but he's getting encircled upon. And I think Roka just gave himself up.
He's going to give it away. Give it away now. Red Hot Chili Pepper song right there.
You might as well just sing it if you're going to go that far.
I want you to sing it, Jason. I want you to sing your heart
I'm actually not a big Red Hot Chili Peppers fan.
I like a couple of their songs. Couple.
Okay. All right then. Just dropping them into casts. Only like a couple.
Hey, you know, it's cool. They brought some good memories in our lifetime.
Well, I mean, Naf here at the end is trying to see if anyone's going to come towards him so he can get 1 more kill, but it's not going to happen. Rush falls towards CT spawn, so 10th round for EchoFox, so, I mean, a decent lead for them, and if they get 1 more, ooh, that's a nice find from Naf. Gets the scout. Seeing what the scout can do last night.
We did.
Yeah.
Stewie just hitting shots. He hit 3 people with 1 scout shot, so that's pretty impressive. He managed to get 2, but he does hit 3 in 1 shot, though.
Yeah, that was pretty dirty.
And now it looks like they gave Mixwell a scout. You know, he's been their consistent fragger with Tarek. They decided Mixwell was going to be the better fit for that. Looks like EchoFox Sean Gears just rushing out middle. There's no fear. Shazam taking out Rush right away.
But I mean, both teams have been very fast-paced in their anti-ecos in this map. It seems like no one wants to deal with the potential multitude of locations people could be with pistols on these eco rounds. So very fast-paced. Mixwell chimes in with the kill, so 2 go the way. And actually, Freakazoid and Roka are pretty low. If this retake, if they apply any pressure on the retake, then they're able to get you know, another kill. They could actually go for this even without a kit. Although Stan has taken the long route, it almost seems like this is just going to be prevented naturally. Yeah, they're just going to try and set up for some exit kills. Try and grab an AK right at the end of this round. And that's a nice shot from Roka. Just deletes Mixwell. But the next person in trouble is Freakazoid, who's going to fall back with 18 HP towards this MAC-10. That's going to be dangerous, and yeah, it's an easy kill for Stan. Freakazoid couldn't even react.
Yeah, you look at EchoFox, they do not leave as a team together, and 1 gets picked up.
They actually left all 3 as individuals.
Got to have a little more teamwork than that, Jason. Yeah, just have a little more. Even though they're winning, that might bite them in the tukish later on.
I think it's the Tukas.
Tukish.
All right.
Tukish.
They own your own Bears flair onto it.
Yeah, put a little lemon on it. A little sauténess, you know.
Sauténess.
You know, make up words. OpTic sending 4 people outside, but EchoFox, they have a couple people going to take over that fast brown hall, making sure that OpTic does not push up on them. It's like a default. Roka and Sean Garris is out in the alleyway, just holding it, spotting out, trying to see what's going on. Rix, though, he's looks like he's down ladder area. Oh, no, he's T-Con, I'm sorry. Actually, I don't even know where.
He's at the top of ladder.
Top ladder. My mini-maps confusing me sometimes.
That is our lovely observer. Yeah, it is confusing over there. But that was our lovely observer, I believe. Oh, no, I don't even know which one's observing now. Is it Prius? Yeah, I was going to say, it was either Prius or Kevin. Yeah.
He's a great guy.
And he's helping you out there as you get mixed with the mixed up on the mini-map. So, thanks, Prius.
Way to help me out. Make me not look completely like an idiot. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Takes a lot, right,
yeah,
Jason?
Just to get it to where you don't completely look like one. It's an effort. It's a team Takes a village, I believe they say. Here comes the execution towards the outer bomb site. Tarek's going to be in the bomb train. There's a nice flash and Freakazoid. As he recovers from that, he gets met with, you know, a couple bullets right to the forehead. And Tarek's still alive, and I don't know where this execute came from, but it doesn't seem like anyone's blocked off from smoke at the moment. There's one out towards Ivy, but the whole bomb train is wide open, so that looks a little bit sloppy from EchoFox, all things considered.
Yeah, they tossed smokes, and I think one was behind 6 and Z, and that was it. I don't know, like these people just ran around. It's like,
look at Tarek. He hasn't even been hit yet, and he's got 3 kills already. Having a field day, finishes up with 4. So, yeah, that's no good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even the smokes that kind of bothered me. It's that how EchoFox just kept going one by one. It's like there's no timing coordination, at least just with the players hitting their, you know, like walking out. So one guy on top of train, one guy E-box, another guy E-box.
Yeah, well, Rush does a lot of work this round, and even helps Freakazoid get a kill of his own onto a teammate. So Sean's the last one left behind the smoke, and Mixwell guesses it. Doesn't land the shot, and actually Sean's just dodged all those bullets, but he can't dodge all those.
He's not Neo from the Matrix, or Neo from Virtus Pro. Neither of them.
He's neither of them.
Neither of them.
Neither of the only 2 Neos we know.
And EchoFox gonna buy up Rix, though he does have an He sacrifices it for utility, which is smart, team player. Hopefully he's able to get in someone's face with it and be able to pick them off. OpTic, though, they have plenty of utility. I'm not sure of that. So EchoFox gonna be working towards this inside. Freakazoid gonna scout it out. He gets Molotov off in the team middle. Hopefully he's gonna try to make a move here. But they know Freakazoid how he plays. He's gonna rush out, man. He's gonna sneak to the smoke. But a flick by Rush.
Rush has been great with some of these flicks. Shazam misses a shot there. That's a good flashbang to allow OpTic to rotate over and get through connector safely. And even one to blind Rix, who's out in the open. Tarek does clean that up after a bit of a struggle, but it's a 4-on-2. Shazam's got to go up huge, and just as I say that, he gets nothing done. Mixwell holds the angle. That's a nice shot from Roka, so he's got himself a chance until, once again, Mixwell makes me eat my words and makes Roka eat a bullet from the AWP. So it's going to be 10-11 now as OpTic comes storming back.
Yeah, and inside bomb site, even though we see a lot of them smoking that lower ramp, I prefer the smoke to be on the bomb lane. Smoke, you see where that Molotov is?
Yeah,
I prefer
just
smoke
like
there.
across.
Because Opper's always looking in that area. You can't spot how many cross to the bomb site. It's too easy for the counter terrorists if there's no smoke there. You gotta have something there. You gotta have something to block it. The Molotov did not do the job.
It did not do the job, and now we're seeing the tough part of Train kind of manifest itself here as EchoFox with that pistol round went up to a decent lead at 11-7, but they've been kind of stalled out from here, and so far nothing they've done has worked. They outside execute, looked very, very sloppy and uncoordinated. The inner hit gets absolutely shut down. So what comes next? There's Tarek with a nice shot as the smoke fades. He's going to fall away, and it looked like he wanted to use a Molotov, but he had a teammate that rotated to connector very quickly, so you don't have to use those nades to fall back. He uses one a little bit now just to get himself in a better position. And it's going to be a 4-on-5, and it looks like the inner bomb site is what they have left. Sean has a smoke geared up all the way back towards T-spawn. I believe that's going to be the one that goes towards the inside Z Hall. Seen Cloud9 use that on a number of their pistol rounds as terrorists on Train. But still, everyone's in the bomb site for OpTic, and Stan, that's going to be fun. Shooting down on unarmored opponents. They don't even realize he's there. He gets 2 kills, and Rush cleans up the last one. So it's all tied up now, 11-11.
Yeah, EchoFox kind of falling apart right now. T-side not looking as strong.
Not looking great, is it?
The first gun round, no, not at all. Broca, though, is holding it down with top killing on his team. Sean Guerra is kind of at the bottom, but, you know, it's not always about kills. It's about the teamwork, about the communication.
Well, yeah, he's a power bottom, is what it is. Yeah, it's because he's the in-game leader.
That's true.
The in-game leading powers. Naf now is going to be defending over towards Ivy, and Shazam falls. So there's a big piece of this puzzle for EchoFox they wanted to have out of that save. They have the AWP, and now it's. I mean, where do they go from here? They have 3 players out towards Ivy. They have 1 towards inside, so they really don't have any map control. They have no presence towards mid. So they have this one prong of their attack over towards Ivy, which is going to be constantly smoked out. It has an AWP on the angle right now. And Tarek's going to see any smoke that's thrown over that. So he knows what's coming, turns away in case of a flash. There's a Molotov that comes out.
It looks like EchoFox can start working that alley, but OpTic, they have pretty much 3 people in that area with Rush kind of in the sandwich area, and it's going to be, EchoFox needs to get some kills right now, but they got slowed down by a Molotov. Have to execute here right now.
Yeah, and actually both players defending this Ivy are blind. Naf, they're going to come right through the smoke at him. He's going to win the first battle. Spraying through. Tarek gets one more. Freakazoid's the next one up, and Tarek misses that, but he's got to commit wider, and he finally gets the kill as Freakazoid, but all of his teammates have fallen. Again, a 1-on-4 situation. The nade bounces right at his feet. He's down to 30 HP, and Rush seemed like he was going to have that, watching for the feet, but a good shot from Freakazoid lets him live a little bit longer, but with only 5 HP, it's not going to be very long.
Not at all, and OpTic, they're just outplaying EchoFox so bad. Every time it seems like EchoFox hits something, OpTic always has the answer. They're always in the right spots, they're rotating properly, and it's just EchoFox maybe has to try a different approach here. You know, they're always slow, then they throw a bunch of smokes and flashes, and then they try to execute. Maybe they have to do some strats where they're just hop out and headshot, you know, as a team or something like that. You know, not always
hop out and headshot.
Not always lead with the smoke and flashes. It's strong on this map, but you know, it's a little predictable in a way where, especially if team stacks, you know, one person Z who's going to be a fast rotator outside, and you know, you just being picked off by Tarek and Mixwell a lot of times.
It has looked like a pretty disorganized T-side, considering they have Sean, who is one of the more well-respected in-game leaders in North America, who's shown that capability of being able to organize his team into effective tactics. Here on Train, it hasn't looked that way. And I mean, I think that out air execute that they tried, that was just so confusing, where Tarek is just bomb Train with no pressure put on him whatsoever. I think that's a perfect example of, you know, maybe that's an indication that they aren't as prepared on Train as they would like to be at the moment. But either way, we knew this was going to be a strong map for OpTic. So I mean, I'm not sure if we should be surprised here. I think it's just the fashion of these gun rounds that have been a little bit surprising.
Yeah, their slow strats are not working.
I'm going to see how many OpTic players have been surviving in some of these rounds.
Oh yeah.
While we have this conversation.
Why not? But it looks like they're going to have to.
I mean, in these gun rounds, EchoFox hasn't killed more than two OpTic players in a round, so not having very much success whatsoever.
That is not success.
It's not good.
Opposite of success,
Yeah,
Jason.
it's the opposite of what they'd like to do.
So maybe they should try hitting 5 people one way. I mean, I saw EchoFox tossing smokes here and there outside, trying to do a little fake here and there. OpTic, though, is not biting in any of these, because every time EchoFox tries something, one person gets picked off early, and it just hurts the team. Like, if you get that early pick, not only does it hand OpTic's confidence in that round, they could get a little looser in terms of over-rotating, or, you know, maybe pushing an angle that they normally wouldn't push if the 5 people were still alive.
I mean, another great game from Tarek. I think Rush has really had a great impact on this map. When you even think back to the Terror side, some of the entries he was getting. Now, I mean, we can see some fantastic shots he's hitting on rotations. So everyone playing well on the OpTic side of things, which makes this a tough team to beat. A lot of talent from top to bottom on that squad. And the double op setup, obviously. I mean, if you only have Shazam, and like you mentioned, he's gotten picked off a couple times when he's had that AWP. So I mean, it's just a struggle right now for EchoFox. You'd like to see them just play it safe. You know, you almost want to say if everyone's gonna get picked off, what you do is you sit back. You don't have to do a default. Just run that standard. Run your actual outside execute with that wall of smoke. At least get the bomb down. Give yourself a chance in the post plant scenario. So the pause comes out, and thankfully, because EchoFox had that first half and won the pistol round, they were up enough to where this isn't quite out of control just yet. When they call the pause, they have lost control of the match, but it's not snowballed completely, away from them.
So if the other team has 2 ops,
this guy's cool.
The hardest thing for a team with 2 ops to do is to retake bomb sites, kind of stop that smoke rush executes, and EchoFox hasn't shown any of those yet at all. And so these ops are just having a field day, just sitting in the open, taking shots, and getting killed before EchoFox can even plant the bomb.
Well, they're gonna test a little bit of an outside execute this round. It looks like
They only have 3 smokes, though. It's going to be hard to smoke off everything in outside with just 3 smokes.
Oh, I mean, they're definitely going to be able to smoke off everything, but at least they can smoke off certain portions and just try and get to this bomb site. We'll see where they go with it. The big struggle is going to be Rush, who's pushed up close. There's also 4 players outside. Tarek with an op and connector, Rush pushed up close, and then Mixwell and Naf you know, way in the back out towards Ivy. So a lot of bodies present here for the OpTic side that, and EchoFox doesn't have a great arsenal to be able to eliminate them. Just Tech 9s, Deagles, and a P250. Here come the smokes, and that's 2 towards Ivy. And there come 3 out mid. They're spotted, and actually Freakazoid gets 1. Also a TK, although good trades as well. Down into a 3-on-3 still. Sean salvaged an AWP, and he's going to spot one, but he misses that shot. That is a critical shot to miss, and now, I mean, he's just going to be taken out with that spray by Stanislaw. 2 kills for him. That would have been massive if Sean was able to land that, and that could have been a fantastic, you know, round to steal away.
Freakazoid, I think that's his 2nd TK of the game.
I think that's the 2nd time we've seen a shot out of Sean that you know he's just saying in his head, how did that miss?
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. That's online CS at its best. You swear you hit him, and it goes right through him. I mean, who knows why? It just happens. He's got to deal with it.
Maybe he really did miss. You think about that?
I mean,
is that the conspiracy?
That's true. It's always very possible. And Rix and Freakazoid, they're going to take that brown house pretty fast. Stanislaw does toss that smoke in there, so they're going to spam through that, make sure he's not in the smoke. And Mixwell taking a shot off Roka. And that just hurts. He can't give up these early picks every single round.
Well, to be fair, that time Mixwell goes hunting for that. That is an aggressive play from OpTic and Mixwell in particular. So
it's
no real fault of Roka.
It's also pretty common though for people to push alley and especially opt that angle in. He should have been a little more careful that, hey, they haven't pushed alley once, but you know that's always possible because a lot of teams do that. It's a very common move. And it's unfortunate that he got caught off guard because it hurts OpTic or it hurts EchoFox that much more.
Yeah, another disadvantage for them, and even Tarek finding one. Sean didn't even realize he was that exposed. The Molotov does land on Tarek, but I mean it's too late to save Sean, and he's readjusted, and there's nothing to block him from that shot. Again, Tarek on bomb train with impunity, no pressure whatsoever. He can have any kind of movement, any kind of shot he wants will be. And Mixwell's the one with the ult. Now he's traded places, and a couple kills go his way, and his defense is not faltering whatsoever.
Yeah, that bomb
Mixwell's got
train's killing him.
16,000, so does Naf.
No, that bomb train is destroying EchoFox right now. You need smoke sometimes, release some Molotovs around the bomb train. You look last half, OpTic was always Molotov in that bomb train.
You said the key to this match was going to be whoever can defend that wall of smokes, and OpTic hasn't had to do it once, Eric.
Well, because
they're proving you wrong.
No, well,
it's never been executed.
There is no wall of smokes. That's the problem. That's like one of the big problems. Like every team should have a wall of smoke strat, especially on a map like Train where there's 100 angles that CTs can be looking at. Roka, though, does take out Rush. Tark, though, just rushing around, just killing people.
But look at the Molotovs from OpTic. They've contained everyone over towards that side of the bomb site. No one's able to swing around by E-Box because of the Molotovs early on, and now it's just a huge advantage. Still, the players in the bomb train, once again, they can just chill there. Tarek's got 2 kills from the bomb train with an AWP. Rix is making a round out of this. He's gotten a kill. He's brought it into a 1-on-2. Almost sprays down Tarek at long range. But now he's got so much work to do. He has no idea where the second player is, who's Stan. And Stan is slowly going to wrap around behind him. He's gonna follow Rix's path. And it looks like this timing is not going to be in the favor of Rix, although it is. He just gets behind that train. But now, in the open, Stan finds him. No idea it was coming. Again, a good outside hold from OpTic.
Good outside hold. Those officers just ravaging them, and Mixwell's getting an auto sniper. You know, that's something very expected. 16K, why not? Let's look at some auto snipers. 2 auto snipers. Wow, that's gonna be a low blow to EchoFox.
Well, again, the funny part about it is on this map, the auto snipers, the benefit of them is you can spam through those smokes and just do massive damage if you get a lucky tag. But there's not even any. There's some of these smokes, the operas haven't even been blocked off.
Yeah, the smokes are definitely not there for EchoFox. Looks like they didn't go with their smokes right before the match. Because sometimes, you know, if you don't line up your smokes properly, even like an inch, it can be off and leave that gap of smoke, which can be just huge for people that are opting through it.
Yeah, and OpTic here, they changed up the defense initially. It was a little bit more of a lean towards the inner bomb site. They figured because they've dominated EchoFox outside so frequently that there's no reason EchoFox would go against that bomb site again. But they had 2 players towards connector for a quick rotation. It's not going to happen because it's going to be an outside attack. That's why you see Rush readjust into Old Hell, and Freakazoid's going to be the one that he matches up with. Freakazoid's going to be the one to win it, but Naf is there with 2 kills of his own. Here's the op from Tarek out into the open again. Rix can't land the shot, and Tarek with a response, with a reaction at least, but he misses that, and Naf is still just being a monster. He is a beast, and there's the auto sniper coming in to clean it off. One kill for the auto snipers at the end, and domination from OpTic on both maps. They win it 16-11.
EchoFox kind of started strong a little, or they kind of not started strong, but they did win both pistols. And
yeah, I mean, you win both pistols and you lose 16-11, so that's tough. I mean, it's tough to say. Very impressive defense from OpTic, but at the same time, we talked at length throughout that half that EchoFox, for some reason, just didn't have any plans, any tactics to that could really force anyone away from bomb train, which is such a common spot for defenses to play. So a little bit intriguing there. But I mean, we'll see what Daze might be able to break it down. The former in-game leader. I'm sure you would be less than happy if that was a performance your team put out.
Yeah, definitely not be happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, that was, I think it was 8-7 half. EchoFox stayed in a little bit, but just nothing.
Oh, it was
in
looking
that second
promising
half.
when they won that pistol. I think they went up 11-7, and then, as you said, lost the next
8 or 9 straight.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so we saw, to start out with, it was a little bit back and forth. There was a couple, like the first gun round came like towards I think the 6th or 7th round, which we'll actually see right here. They had a pretty good start. There was an eco round. They did lose. OpTic lost a pistol. EchoFox won both pistols here. Rush with a beautiful flick. Has 4 HP. Talk me through the importance of pressuring up on an intertake here.
Yeah, so it was 4v5 to start this round, and Rush goes down lower, gets that entry, and gets pushed up to this oil tank. And as you can see, they're not satisfied, right? You don't want to be satisfied at inner by just, not pushing up and getting aggressive positions, because if you let the CTs just box you in any type of 4v4 where you're all sitting bomb train, maybe back pop and inner, then it's actually pretty CT-sided for the retake. But when you get pushed up and you're able to take those angles behind the oil, maybe middle bomb, good timely peaks, then you have the advantage. So they weren't satisfied with that. Rush gets pushed up, makes a really awesome play. Him wide peeking right there on Shazam was a really quick peek, able to kill him and then close out the round.
Yeah, he had 4 HP, ends up with 2 more kills after being dropped to 4 HP. And then it goes a little bit back and forth from there. It seemed like maybe OpTic was going to pull away, but then EchoFox kind of fights back, and they were able to tie it up at the first 10 rounds of that first half.
Yeah, so this round, it looked really good for EchoFox. They're 4v5 here, but when OpTic is coming towards the bomb train, they have miscommunication, like Moses said. Nobody was watching for this guy that came from old bomb or walked up on him, and as you can see, they didn't get pushed up in any spots, right? So even in a 4v5, it's similar to inner, right? You can't just get the bomb down at outer or inner on train and be satisfied with that. You can't just get the bomb down and then expect to win the round from there. You have to get pushed up in good spots, hell, things like that, and make kills happen. And at the end of the day, it's similar to Mirage retaking on A. You want to dwindle down the numbers to 3v3, 6 people alive, and then all of a sudden you have the advantage and you can play back. But if you don't do that, you are disadvantaged.
I was interested to see that contrast because we saw OpTic do it so well on inner, do it so poorly there and at the outer bomb site. And then way late in the match, I think it was the 23rd round, we see finally it's a tie game 11-11. This is where the run really starts to get out of control, and OpTic starts to just pull away.
Yeah, and we start this round as well with another 4v5. Tariq picked off Shazam at the start of the round, so they had no team mid presence, right? And EchoFox has been running the strat for a really long time. Sean loves this strat. He's been running this since the old train, where you smoke the end of Ivy, allowing you to positionally get up close, and then you execute. So every single person on OpTic was so aware of this, and so hyper aware of it, that they had 3 people around there. And since it was 4v5, they didn't have any numbers to show presence anywhere else, to show presence inner, so it might be a fake or anything like that. And OpTic is so keyed into that Ivy because they know that. If I know that, they know that, right?
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely, and that was the round that forced the tactical timeout. And then in that timeout, the advice from the Bears was to just hop out and headshot. They did
Hop
that,
out and headshot.
but the first person they headshotted was their teammate. I think Freakazoid killed Shazam. We got a little bit of a laugh at that.
I would love to hear that.
To hear the comms?
Yeah, the coaching advice that the Bears is giving over there to CLG Red.
Yeah,
I feel like it's not many
I
X's
said,
and
like,
O's.
if he hops out and headshots, my mind's gonna explode. And then in that round, they're actually able to get an op down. Sean picks up the op, jumps onto the bomb train, and then we've got a super slow-mo look here at how he just misses this shot. If he hits this, they probably win the round.
Yeah, so you know how we would see all those clips of Flesha, right?
I've never seen a clip of Flesha.
Well, and
That's
it kind of
obviously
looked
a Kappa.
like, and obviously it looked a little fishy, right? It looked like his aim was like being, he'd be off of him and then it would go on top of him. For some reason, Sean's aim kind of seems like it does the opposite.
Instead of like being on the player,
yeah.
it's like he has the chance to get the kill, but then it just
Yeah,
flicks
and
off,
then it flicks off of
the
him.
player.
Yeah, so it's kind of the opposite.
Oh,
I don't
man,
know. I
Sean.
don't know what's going on there, Sean, but
Yeah, it was funny. On Dust 2, we saw he actually tweeted it out. Similar, that one round he was back box, peeks up, and he actually, his crosser was right where the player was, but he did exactly what you just said. It was like, when you have magnets and the poles face each other